Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I have another video for you guys from SethTheProgrammer. This one was requested, called How Strong is the Sage of Six Paths? Now anyone who knows the Naruto franchise knows that the Sage of Six Paths is pretty damn strong, so let's go ahead and watch this video from Seth. And what's shocking is that this is only about 8 minutes long. This is one of his shorter videos. Although, keep in mind, he did release this video 4 years ago, so who knows, maybe he's changed his mind since then. But let's just go ahead and watch the video. This is just an intro. There we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we start, I just want to say thank you so much to Discord for making this thumbnail. If you haven't joined the Discord, I'll put a link down in the description. I know a lot of my Naruto fans haven't been notified of it yet, so please join if you haven't already. I'd appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Today we're going to be talking about the Sage of the Six Paths, or Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the son of Kaguya Otsutsuki, and brother of Hamura, who was the great ancestor of Toneri. The thing about the Sage of the Six Paths, imagine this, okay? Imagine the Sage of the Six Paths is rivaling Kaguya, okay? He then gives all his power away to thousands upon thousands of people, so much that the entire world is naturally imbued with chakra. He then dies after using a lot of his remaining chakra to split the 10 tails into the tailed beast using a advanced form of Izanagi on his deathbed, and then after dying becomes an astral chakra presence that slowly is deteriorating, somewhat like Minato in Naruto's consciousness. He somewhat becomes a conscious entity and like this astral plane that's connected to like the afterlife. It's some weird ass shit, okay? But basically this guy is nothing compared to what he used to be. Then he gives half of his ghost oof to Sasuke and Naruto, and just half of his energy is enough to fight Kaguya and Madara. Just half. Not even his full thing. So the question was, okay, so how did Hagoromo go from somewhat rivaling Kaguya to becoming only half of just his ghostly presence is enough to rival Kaguya? And here's something people don't realize, is that Hagoromo kept getting stronger after Kaguya's defeat. For one, he was rivaling Kaguya without even absorbing the 10 tails. After defeating Kaguya, he then absorbs a shit ton of her chakra and the 10 tails itself. The 10 tails being in its absolute pinnacle and prime, unhindered, not like some vague shards of it like Madara had. On top of learning like Izanagi, a spammable Izanagi that never fades his eyes.
And also keep in mind, the version that Hagoromo fought is basically the full absolute most powerful version of the 10 tails. The one that Madara absorbed into himself is nowhere near as strong as this one. Remember, Madara only had one half of the 9 tails and the other tailed beasts. That is, I mean, and again, I know that doesn't seem like much, like, wait, so only he has all the other 8-tailed beasts, but he only has one half of the other one. Remember, the 9 tails has the most chakra out of all of the tailed beasts. In fact, I think I remember it was stated that the 9 tails basically embodies the power that the 10 tails had. Not that the other tailed beasts didn't have weren't powerful, but the 9 tails and also in retrospect the 8 tails are basically the exception, because they have the most chakra out of all the tailed beasts, especially the 9 tails. And this version that Hagoromo fought is the one that had all of that power, and he still came out on top. Think about that. Well, I think he actually did have help from Hamura, but the fact that he was able to keep up with the 10 tails at all without the 10 tails chakra, just that should show you just how freaking powerful this guy is, to the point where after he gets, like he said, he gets stronger as he got older, to the point where even his astral form, which is nowhere near as strong as his, let's say, as he was in his prime, even half of that alone was enough to fight Kaguya, who had at least 90% of the chakra of the 10 tails. Think about that.
Like some vague shards of it like Madara had. On top of learning like Izanagi, a spammable Izanagi that never fades his eyes, he then...
Well, yeah, he did have Izanagi, but this one he's referring to isn't Izanagi. This is the creation of all things ability. You know, utilizing yin and yang a yin yang release, along with I think the combination of all 5 chakra natures, which is just, again, that should show you like this guy was a freaking beast.
Awakens an advanced Renegon that only one of is strong enough to fight a God Tree 6-pass dual Renegon Madara. So imagine Sasuke, but with both Tomode Renegon and Naruto's 6-paths mode, except more amplified because it would be 10 tails enhanced instead of 9 tails enhanced. Naruto has a 9 tails enhanced 6-paths mode, whereas Hagoromo would have a 10 tails enhanced 6-paths mode, 2 Tomode Renegon, since Sasuke got that Tomode Renegon from Hagoromo, since Hagoromo gave it to him, with that third eye shit, on top of having an Otsutsuki body and massive control over Sage Chakra and an understanding of all things in nature due to his innate 6-paths Senjutsu modes, and pretty much can use all jutsu upon seeing it without using hand signs, etc. He's easily, I want to say this as well, I want to bring this up, is that Prime Hagoromo is easily 4 times greater than Naruto and Sasuke. No difficulty. The reason is that Hagoromo would have twice as many eyes as Sasuke. Well, not really twice as many, but he would have double the eye power. He would have 2 Tomode Renegon. There's more evidence of this also in the flashbacks that show like Hagoromo having statues of Renegon with 6 Tomos in it when he's using Izanagi. That's also another great example of him having the 6 Tomos. So he has 2 Tomode Renegon, a full 6-pass Senjutsu mode, on top of a base that was already rivaling Kaguya. Yeah, the guy's an absolute fucking beast and is easily, in my opinion, the strongest in the Naruto verse. I don't think there's anyone that can actually take him on in his prime. He could summon spirits from the afterlife without even using chakra. He's just an insane monster. There's no one that can contend with him. Like, there are also many misconceptions about Hagoromo, say, versus Madara or Sasuke. And these come from, for example, like Sasuke absorbing the 10 tails, or not really the 10 tails, but all the tailed beasts into his Susanoo and making the 6-pass Susanoo, in which Kurama comments he's basically on the level of this old man. But what Kurama is referencing here is that Sasuke is actually, he's splitting the chakras like the old man would. Like
some people might get that line confused, saying that Kurama is basically saying that Sasuke is on the level of Hagoromo Otsutsuki. I don't think that's what he was saying. What he was saying is that the level of control that Sasuke had over chakra, that's what he said was on the Sage of 6-paths level. Like, he said that the fact that he was taking the chakra from the 9-tailed beast and combining it so easily, and then infusing it into the Susanoo, using it as sort of like a pseudo Ghetto Mazo, that's what he's saying is like on the level of 6-path, which that doesn't necessarily downplay Sasuke's skills. I mean, just like you saw what he said about the Sage of 6-paths, is the kind of ability that he had. And for Kurama to say that his level of control is on the level of the Sage of 6-paths, I mean, that's a pretty big compliment. But I can see how people can misconstrue this statement.
He's not saying he's necessarily on his level, because that'd be a fallacy, because Sasuke doesn't have 6-pass Senjutsu like Naruto does. All he would have is the extra 10 tails, whereas Hagoromo would have all 3 of these things. So it's illogical to think Sasuke would be on Hagoromo's level just by absorbing all the tailed beasts. What Kurama is referencing is that Sasuke is splitting apart and absorbing all the tailed beast chakra just like Hagoromo did, except Sasuke, even Kurama mentions this, is trying to combine all the energies, whereas Hagoromo split all the energies, if that makes sense. Another thing is with Madara, doesn't necessarily have the same 6-paths mode, because he's not necessarily as connected to the beast as Hagoromo was, or had an entire 10 tails, because if he did have the full 10 tails, Naruto wouldn't be using Kurama chakra or all the tailed beasts. He wouldn't be even a rival to Madara, so that is instantly debunked. That's why a big problem people had with Hagoromo being so powerful. Hagoromo now has all these amps after fighting Kaguya, but Kaguya in her prime, remember, this is Kaguya before she had her chakra split open and shit out all over the world. This is when it's condensed and the Jubi's still around and her full energy is there. Prime Kaguya, for example. Hagoromo was able to fight this being, a being that is capable of destroying planet plus size dimensions, possibly star level size dimensions, and then here comes Hagoromo absorbing a massive portion of her chakra, locking 2 toe mode Renegon and a possibly mastered 6-pass Senjutsu mode, it just begs the question, how powerful is Hagoromo in his prime? And there's no way to actually factually state this, but it could be possibly much greater than Kaguya and even Fused Momoshiki, since Fused Momoshiki was only taking on the mere halves of Hagoromo's reduced chakra levels in Sasuke and Naruto. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. I want to hear you guys' opinions on this. I want to hear your theories on Hagoromo's power. And until next time.
Okay, so that was the video. So, yeah, I mean, look, I don't think anyone can doubt whether or not Hagoromo Otsutsuki was powerful or not. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious. But, yeah, so there's the video. You guys heard my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts, as always, in the comment section down below. Remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you enjoyed this, and if you want to see more, remember to ring the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me, guys, as always. I hope you remember to stay safe and take care of yourselves, and join me for the next video. Bye for now.